And with that, I believe we're ready to swap over to Dedley with Spark the Electric Jester. Take it away, Dedley.
Yo, hey, thanks, Focus. Greetings, everyone. What a morning, right? I mean, my name is Dedley0, and right now I'm going to be showing you, a game called Spark the Electric Jester. My couch is composed of one person. Introduce yourself, Turbo.
Salute, my name is Turbonoma, and I'm sorry for my accent.
Your accent's pretty good, buddy. So before we start to run, hey, you want to listen to some tunes? So yeah, that was just a little snippet of the music you're gonna hear in this game. It's fantastic music. So right now we're just gonna go to the main game, but before we start the run, we're actually going to give some. I'm actually going to give some credit to the Spark community that's out there. We have so this run has been modified by a lot over the couple of years that we've been running this game again. And well, before people would go to Fark's story, now we go to Spark's story, because Spark's story has unveiled some of the most broken tech as of recent 2020. And surprisingly, I've gotten to get this game in like a 12-hour challenge earlier. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the stream is saved, but yeah, I've gotten this on a 12-hour challenge. I was recommended this by Treya, and well, I ended up really liking this game to the point where I got a world record in 5 days. That's a funny story. Anyways, so but right before we get to the run, let's also get through the story. So this is Spark. He's an electric jester. Oh wait, I skipped the story. Okay, so basically the nutshell here is that Spark has no job. He's been fired and replaced with a robot, and now robots are attacking the city. So now what we got to do is we got to beat up all the robots with our electric cat and just, you know, save the world, I guess. All right, so. Yeah, it's a great story, Tara. Alright, so right now we're going to start as soon as we hit no on this tutorial, so I'm going to be starting countdown very soon.
Are we good on time, Wag?
Yeah, are we good on time? Alright, we're good on time. Alright, so get ready, because it's going to start in 3, 2, 1... Spark. Let's go, boy. Alright, Turbo, it's your call. Just explain as I go along.
Okay. So run starts with a backwards boost. The thing is, Fark can charge his attack, and the attack recoil that gives you backwards. So right before the attack, Dedley move backwards and he get boost. Great explanation. So right now we see the.
Yeah.
So we beat the first boss in 2 seconds. The thing is, the bat is the most powerful weapon in this run. Next near the edge.
Movement-wise, that was pretty much one of my best FM cities, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, so right now I just beat the boss with an EX shot from Bat. It's just broken at this point, so we always use Bat in our runs in order to get an edge on combat. I'm gonna switch here to Bat for insurance purposes. Okay, so we switched to Bat here just so we can reset back to Wind, and when we reset, and once we obtain the weapon that we're going to keep, and we're going to use throughout the run to do most of our broken stuff and practically do our skips. Say hello to Edgy. Yes, that's the real name of the power-up. So what we're going to do with Edgy is we're going to actually jump to this section, we're going to reset the game. Well, very soon about that. Okay, so we're gonna go up in this roof, do a little almost stream perfect trick here. Go to this corner, hop off, make sure we hit the right spot. All right, now we're back at this tutorial screen. So now, right now, what we want to do instead of hitting no, we want to hit yes. Go through a black screen. We just skipped 10 stages. Okay. We safely skipped 10 stages, so the skip is done. Okay.
So skip works.
Alright, so Turbo, explain what happened.
So the fact is, the Spark the Electric Jester was built on top of one game Sonic Run Adventure, which one is Metroidvania. Usually in Sonic games you'll just move point A to point B, but because of Metroidvania, Lake just made to do the triggers that teleports you to another stage. And fact is, he just not just deleted, he just moved here out of bounds. So we use it to skip the 10 stages.
That's right, so we basically skipped 10 stages through a little. In other words, we just did a wrong warp that pretty much broke the run in half the first time we found it. It kind of like saved up like an entire hour of gameplay. So you can imagine the faces of all these peeps from like years ago that already made these in the leaderboards and just saw this completely broken strategy that Turbo and I found. Well, and Arcania and yeah, and the rest of the peeps that actually found raids or wrong warp. So right now, I'm going to be doing an intentional game reset. Why we're doing this is because we have to make sure that we reset the game so we can get back to the point where we want to be in order to get back inbounds to the stage. So right now we're back inbounds exactly where we want, and we're gonna pull off some pretty major skips here. Let me just... Okay, wait. Almost got there. Okay, there we go. Okay, well...
The trick that did you use, this called Edgelord. This... I found this trick by looking at the clip of Twitch stream of Dedley. So basically, the trick work like in first Mario. Who watches the speedrun of this game understand. So basically, when we get to the ceiling we and drop and we get back to the ground, we change angle. So because of that, we kinda move through the wall, and because the dash we used, we move the floor to the wall fully. Yeah. Sorry for my explanation, I'm just not good at English.
It's okay, Turbo. Okay, so I did that first try. I have a few backups in mind. So right now we're going to be achieving the second half of Rainall, which is not going to be eventful except for the fact that we're going to go against the wind. And fun fact about this skip, about this movement skip with Edgy is that you can't do it while the wind is pushing you upwards for some reason. I guess edgelords just don't like wind. I don't know. Alright.
There's only one wind.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna be a little bit quiet throughout the run, so if you got any donations already popping up, you can read them.
Yeah, so right now we do not have any donations at the moment because we've just started, but I am so glad that you got that trick because I remember you talking with me about it saying, this might be the thing I reset like 4 times for, so I'm really glad you got it first try.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth, all just get hype in chat because genuinely that is not an easy trick. He makes it look easy, but no, it's definitely not.
Oh man. Like, I mean, I think if plenty of people would, I think beginner runners are gonna have like a tough time trying to get the hang of the edgelord thing. It's like, because like, wait, I thought it was this easy to like. It's just doing it at the same time, right? And then it's just like, they just, it just becomes hard for them sometimes. But yeah, that's essentially. You got to do a lot of practice for this run, man, because it's pretty insane and it's pretty fast paced too. So you got to keep your head forward.
Yeah, I do actually have a donation now, if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead.
We have a $5 donation from Ian Keith saying, "Oh boy, I'm barely awake but here. Have some wake-up money. Let's crush that 5K and keep running." That's $5. Thank you so much,
$5.
Ian.
Very nice. Alright, so basically I'm going to use this trick throughout the... This pretty crucial trick that we're going to use throughout the run. In order to clip through walls, in order to make stages easier for me. See, I missed it a couple of times, but it's okay. We're doing okay. So right now you're gonna see me do some pretty odd movement while I'm out of bounds. Basically, there are specific inputs you have to do in order to have good movement in between the walls. Basically, explaining it. Let me see if I got. Yeah, I probably have time to explain it. So basically, if you clip in within the walls, you have to hold the button you use to latch onto them. You have to hold it, and while you're holding it, you have to press the jump button in order to change directions. You can only while you're sideways, you can only change directions upwards. And to go down, you need to go upwards and then hold up, then go downwards in order to go downwards. So yeah, that's some pretty neat factoids for all you. Also, Mega Raft ship that just appeared. Pay no mind to it. So right now, as Turbo mentioned, we might need the most overpowered weapon in the game. So we're gonna pick it up right now.
The bat. Must say.
Yeah, we're gonna pick it up right now in order to prepare ourselves for the bosses ahead. Gonna get this real quick. Yeah, you notice the mechanic of super boosting. I'm probably gonna, for this situation, I need to keep the boost, so I can, you know, cut less time. But for now, we should be good, as we're gonna go super fast through Sunfire. I'm just gonna go over to these pinball machines things. Gonna try to. Okay. We're this fine. All right. So you're gonna go to that save point for a backup, just in case. But we didn't need backup. We're good. We're good. So we're just gonna sit here and wait for a little while. This was one of the earliest skips we ever found in this game with Spark. Alright, so now we're approaching Tower of Eos. What you're supposed to do here is fight 3 bosses, but we're just gonna go to this little corner here. If I can get to the roof real quick. If I can get to the roof real quick, we'll get to that corner. Uh-oh. Well, we can restart like that. It's not too much of a problem. We're gonna go over here. And there we go. We're just gonna wait until we get to the last part, so we can fight the last boss here, Romulo. We have to stand under his feet so he doesn't hit us because the hitbox be working like that differently. And so I'm just gonna delay my attacks a little bit in order to have them register, because sometimes you need to because sometimes a lag can like interfere a little bit with the overall game, and you need to like accommodate your inputs to that. So right now we just beat him, which is pretty easy given the bad EX move. And here we go. Here's this wonderful little marshmallow bean known as Romulo. This is the server's mascot, by the way.
The best boy.
The best boy, of course. So right now we're gonna be approaching one of the harder stages for casual players, Mega Raft Fleet. I might need to concentrate a little bit, so I'm gonna keep silent for a little while. Maybe let Terma speak, or maybe let some donations ring if there are any.
We don't have any more donations at the moment, but I do want to say, Turbo, you're actually doing really well. Don't worry about your commentary. We're more understanding. A lot of people in chat are actually really liking the commentary, so...
Thanks.
I just want to mention what we're actually doing here for everyone who's coming in. This is Fastest Furs Fall Festival 2020, and we are raising money for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline's hotline is a peer support service run by trans people for trans and questioning callers. Their operators are located all over the United States and Canada and are all trans-identified. If you are in a crisis or just need someone to talk to, please visit www.translifeline.org/hotline to learn how you can connect. And we are, again, less than $1,000 away from hitting our initial goal of 5,000, but we want to further, more than just exceed that. We want to crush that record. So please get your donations in.
So what you're going to see me do is I'm going to go out of bounds, and I need to go to a specific area so I can hit this trigger. And there you go. Right now, it's going to register as if I completed the entire stage, and I'm going to move on to the next ship. So right now here, this is supposed to be the climactic battle against our nemesis Spark, the robotic Spark that replaced us in our job. But we're just going to very simply use this edge to skip over this and just dash away. Because we don't want to fight Fark in that state. We're too busy saving the world right now.
Yeah, we're better yellow one.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna waste our time on? This is for the this is a job for the military, not not us. Alright, so right now we just skip to this next area, which I'm basically going to use the back to go for max speed, and right now we're in the final stage of the game already. So yeah, we essentially broke this game to the point where we get to the last stage of the game very early during the run. It's like an entire hour earlier. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm just gonna focus on doing this very strict movement that I need to do. So expect some silence.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible how much has changed. I've heard about Spark's recent findings from some friends who are also in the community, and it's quite drastic, to say the least. And the reason why the estimate is also relatively high, since you were like, oh, we're in the final stage, it's only 14 minutes in, is because it's mainly because of the trick that skips 10 levels. It can also reset you back and make you waste 20 minutes is the issue. It all depends upon your position when you align with that, and again, fortunately, it went absolutely perfectly for this. So,
yeah, this has been one of the better streams that I've had with this issue.
Yeah, it's also interesting to say. So, for some of you may see like, oh, this game looks like the engine and stuff. It looks familiar. It's actually developed by the same team that made Sonic before the sequel and Sonic after the sequel. This is maybe why this might look familiar to some of you. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it's a Brazilian team actually developing the game, and they are very talented, as you can see. And so it's honestly, give Spark a shot. It is very much so a really cool.
It's $7.99 by the way. It's $7.99 by the way. So it's like super cheap for like a super affordable price for an experience that's unforgettable, especially the patched version. It has some like in the Spark story, it has a lot of updates on its dialogue that make it a very hilarious experience. I recently streamed it. I think I have both videos up on my channel, and I enjoyed it, every second of it. So yeah, if you want to check out that VOD, I have a YouTube, but I'm not gonna plug it yet. Alright, so right now we're gonna go through this elevator, just zipping past it, so we're gonna go through another skip. Gonna try to take as less damage as possible. And we're just gonna stay in the middle here, and I need to focus again.
I do want to mention one thing. For those of you who have actually like Twitch Prime or any sort of, or just have any sort of bits or stuff lying around, all revenue from our Twitch subscriptions and cheers received during Fastest First Fall Festival will be donated to Trans Lifeline. So if you want to get our really sweet emotes, which are developed by a bunch of really talented artists, or if you have a few extra bits that you'd like to give to us, that will all go towards the final count in the end. We really would appreciate it, and I'm sure Trans Lifeline would also appreciate it. So just another way to support us during this. But we can also donate directly and also donate to certain incentives or bid wars as well if you hit exclamation donate in the chat. So feel free to get some donations in now while we have some good time to talk about them.
Oh, sorry for that laggy presentation I did there, but I'm just like a little bit shaken up at the moment for like skipping so many good parts in the run during the run. I might actually PB this, not gonna lie. So yeah, it's been going pretty smoothly right now. We're gonna be scaling upwards out of bounds. Don't worry, we got a corner to get back inbounds, so I'm not freaking out. There are some instances where you don't want to go out of bounds, and some instances where you do want to go out of bounds. When it comes to Mega Wrap Fortress, it doesn't matter. As long as it's not the first stage, it doesn't matter. Whether you're inbounds or out of bounds, the important thing is to do this fast. To get through all the tricks, we're just going to go through that last signpost for fun. We usually skip those signposts, but that's fine. So right now we're going to be approaching the final boss of the game. This is one of the final screens, and here's the boss. He's just chilling in his chair. I don't care what he's thinking. I'm just going to let this whole cutscene play out. And if you thought that was the end of the edge tricks, well, how should I say this? You see that? You see that? You see this this roof? We just skipped the entire platforming section before the final boss. With just that simple trick, we just skipped it all. So yeah, that's the last edge trick you're gonna see. So for the rest of the run, we're gonna be using our bat. So just for fun, I can just like dish it. So right now, this is the final boss. This is one of his two phases for this run. Okay, so for Spark's story, he only has 2 phases, but in Spark Challenge, he has 3. We're just gonna let that little ship of his explode, and we're just gonna fight him with bat. You're gonna see me do a lot of somersaults. That's because somersaults do a lot more hitboxes than normal attacks. And they do the same damage, so that's pretty cool. He's gonna do a bunch of dive kicks like he's Falcon, like his Captain Falcon or some guy. He's gonna do a Kamehameha real quick. Yeah, real dramatic, man. Missing your target, just like in the TV show. So we're just gonna keep spamming somersaults on him until we get him right there. So he's just gonna explode for a little while. We're gonna wait a little bit. The music's gonna stop. Oh no, he went Super Saiyan. Wait, yeah, he went Super Saiyan 3. How are we gonna do it? Oh, he's too strong. He's choking me. Okay, we're just gonna wait for that flash, gonna click enter, and it's gonna fade to black. Is this the end? No, we're actually waking up as Spark's greatest enemy, Fark. So now we have to pass on his legacy to him. So, we're just gonna do the stereotypical Fark run.
Fark speedrun shortly.
Fark speedrun in a nutshell, just spam dash. So we grab that little scepter thing. I have no idea what it's named. But we're just gonna pass it over to Spark. I'm gonna skip this cutscene for once because I'm actually feeling very speedy right now. I need to save the frames. And right now we're gonna have to pick up our super form, which is actually one of the worst weapons of the entire game. I'm gonna say it's one of the worst weapons, and it's offered in the last game. So that's saying something. It's not the fastest. It's literally not the fastest. It doesn't go up the walls. It doesn't go up anything. It's literally one of the worst weapons of the game. It doesn't even do that much damage. So it's gonna be super slow. So this final boss section is gonna be all flare, unfortunately. But we should just go through this. I'm gonna concentrate a little bit. I got nothing less to say.
Can I add? We have a big donation coming in.
Ooh, cool.
Pixel Bear, we have a $250 donation saying, first time watching, had a great time. Let's meet that donation goal. And this has changed. The file name for Bug Fables. Thank God there is no more Jerry Seinfeld. USB is currently winning Bug Fables by $250. So thank you so much, Pixel Bear. That is an incredible amount.
Alright, so this is the final boss. As you can tell by the awesome music, we're already fighting with our best. We're trying to spam this guy with hits because this super weak damage per second done by this scepter is just unbearably long for speed running. So we're just gonna keep using it like a buzzsaw. And we're just gonna try to avoid this attack. We didn't, but that's okay because we have 3. Unlike in Spark Challenge, the final boss isn't really that much of a stress-inducing factor because we're not really worrying much about it. Because we have as much hit points as we can. And yeah, his hitbox be weird sometimes like that. But yeah, you can enjoy the music. It's pretty badass. Oh wait, is that a... Oh.
Ooh, we don't say that word. No.
Okay, no, we're not
fine.
saying it.
You're fine for now. It was completely out of...
Alright, so time. This is time.
Whoop. 23:25 is what we have on our end.
Alright, I think that's PB.
Didn't you say that you had world record as well?
Yeah, I have for world record. It's 24:10, but right now it's 23:25.
So that was a world record.
Yep.
So
right now we're gonna watch PB. Or right now
that's almost by over a minute. Almost a minute.
I mean, it's practically PB by my standards. Anyways, we're just gonna watch him do a green Kamehameha for a second. So anyways, he's just gonna stand there unfazed for a second until we go Super Saiyan 3.
Ultra Instinct.
And now we get to vaporize him.
Until
we're just gonna watch this giant green beam over just evaporate him. So yeah, that was Spark's story. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Apologies for that little last oopsie. I just hope it wasn't that wasn't that bad.
Fine. We get you got world record. I guess you get to say that one word.
Oh yeah.
we'll give you a pass for that.
All right, so
absolutely incredible. First day. We've had 2 days start with a world record. That is incredible.
so
you were
shout out to Lugi.
You were just just a PP.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to aim for sub 20, man. This is nothing. So shout outs to Oka. Shout outs to EJ. Shout outs to BB Gun. So yeah, this is practically similar to the Super Mario World, and we're just gonna wait for all the enemies to pass through. But on the meanwhile, I'm just gonna say I'm just super honored to go through this run to present to a bunch of people. I have a channel. You can go to Dedley0 on Twitch. I also have a few Twitters. You know, Dedley10. You know, but I don't use them much. But yeah, that was Spark's story. So yeah, this was this was Turbonoma. You can find the Spark Discord at our speedrun.com. Our first Sparky Electric Jester 1. My category is any percent. And right now there's a lot more runs that are any percent with no wrong warp. So if there are more any percent runs that get submitted, I'd be very honored. Oh, also shoutouts to Strife. Shoutouts to Galaxy Trail and Strife because they're practically giving me my first speed game ever. So yeah, also there's gonna be a Freedom Plan 2. It's still on the works. So I can't wait for that to speedrun that and maybe present to Fastest First maybe. So yeah, that was Spark the Electric Jester. Anything else you want to say before we go, Turbo?
Bye.
All right. Yeah, bye.
Thank you guys so much for showing showing this off. We are really appreciative, and I am so glad that everything went pretty well. Congrats on your new world record, Dedley. Thank you so much, Turva, for being a good commentator. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Alright. Alright, so thanks for letting us show it off.